welcome to Studio 5. We've got quite a bit to share today. Actor Dennis Quaid is here with a look at The Blue Miracle. Singer Anna Golden has some new music to share, and the director and cast of Spirit Untamed are here with a look at the film. As always, though, we want to begin with the countdown of the top 5 stories in the world of uplifting entertainment. Here are your first 2. At number 5.
Please join me in welcoming Miss Mary.
Singer Mary J. Blige is inducted into the Apollo Theater's Walk of Fame. With more than a dozen albums, the Queen of Hip-Hop Soul is the youngest living artist honored with a spot. Among the most memorable albums, No More Drama.
The significance of that album was exactly that. I was at the point of living or dying again. You know, I was never out of it until I was out of it. And so No More Drama was just me saying I had enough of destroying myself and beating myself up and dragging myself and hating myself and killing myself so everybody else would be happy. What about me? And I chose life.
At number 4.
Okay, guys, take a 1-hour lunch break.
Remembering a television legend. Longtime actor Gavin Mcleod, who achieved fame on 2 major television shows, has died at age 90. Mcleod played Murray Slaughter on The Mary Tyler Moore Show in the 1970s, after having been a guest star on many shows and playing in many movies for several years.
Ed Asner says he's heartbroken over the death of his Mary Tyler Moore Show castmate Gavin Mcleod, calling him his brother. 91-year-old Asner and 99-year-old Betty White are the legendary sitcom's only surviving principal cast members.
After Mary Tyler Moore, Mcleod took on the lead role in the hit series The Love Boat, playing Captain Merrill Stubing. Mcleod once said, "The critics weren't kind, but the viewers loved the show."
The worst was, we'll sink like the Titanic. And so because of all of you and everybody that watched our show made it a hit, we did not sink like the Titanic. 44 years later, we're still out there doing it.
With that, right now, we turn our attention to a new film on Netflix based on a true story. Here's the premise. A cash-strapped orphanage partners with a washed-up boat captain for a chance to win a lucrative fishing competition. That captain is portrayed by actor Dennis Quaid.
All right, listen up, guys. Attention. There's a storm that's going to reach the coast in a few hours. The good news, after we get done eating, we can line sandbags to protect from flooding.
We're orphans, not idiots.
Maybe God just wanted to get all the unluckiest kids in one building so he could crush us all at once.
Enough.
Hurricane Odile was the biggest storm we've seen in decades.
How much food do we have left?
About a week.
Crazy things happen all the time, right?
Are you using this tournament to save your orphanage?
What surprised you most when you learned that this is all based on a true story?
Just that.
You have the chance to make all that money at once. Omar, all you have to do is catch a fish.
I don't know the first thing about fishing.
Welcome to Bisbee's Black and Blue, the Super Bowl of fishing tournaments.
My name is Captain Wade Malloy, and I am the only 2-time champion of Bisbee's Black and Blue tournament.
World's biggest fishing tournament. Best teams in the world compete for millions in prizes.
It wouldn't have been made if it wasn't a true story. You know, it's that remarkable of a story.
It is? Feels like old times. Only you're older and fatter.
Wade, old buddy, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you don't qualify for this list.
What are you talking about?
Dennis, this is an inspiring story, and you seem to be doing a whole lot more of these type of films, films that sort of push and move and inspire us. What did you learn from this story?
For one thing, that, you know, miracles do happen. That's for sure. This was truly that.
What if you team me up with a local fisherman? Doesn't have to be anybody even good.
Doesn't even have to be a fisherman. With them? With kids?
Character I play, you know, he's really pretty much jaded and really into his own ego and for himself, and you know, he has these orphans that are foisted upon him, and I think he learned humility, and in that humility, that's when God does his work as far as miracles go.
Here's the deal. You and 3 of your least annoying orphans will be on my boat for the competition. When I catch the winning fish, we'll split the earnings. Comprende?
I know why my mom left me now.
Oh, God, here we go.
So I could help you win this tournament.
Of course she did.
Tell me about the young men in the film.
You're gonna reel in the fish.
Me? Those were some special young men, it seems.
Yeah, they were great to work with. They're very improvisational, and we just had fun.
God doesn't always answer our prayers the way that we think he should. And no matter what happens, you'll always be my sons.
You get a limited amount of time with them, and they bring in so much energy just the whole time, which is, we can't help but to feed off of it.
Here we go!
The one thing that I really keyed into, these themes around being a father, and being a man, and in the world, and both Captain Quaid and Omar have this symbiotic relationship where they learn from each other.
We've never had a chance, but we still have to try.
The Blue Miracle is streaming right now on Netflix.
Still to come on Studio 5.
And I found peace in the desert. I found peace in raging waves.
We're finding peace with recording artist and worship leader Anna Golden.
Life. It's meant to be lived fully. Jesus said it. I came to give you life. Life to the fullest. Life in your family. Life in your finances. Life in your body, mind, and spirit. Life in your everyday. At CBN.com, we're taking what Jesus said seriously. We're here to help you discover life. Life. Live it fully. CBN.com.
At number 3.
Just in case you didn't know. Willie Moore Jr. on your radio.
Syndicated radio host Willie Moore Jr. shares his journey to find his birth mother in a film hoping to encourage people to become foster parents and to adopt.
How did you think that being adopted and never having met your biological parents, that you was okay?
Like, what did she look like? What was her name? Did she ever think of me? I opened the birth certificate and I get it and I look at the name for the child and I realized that I did not have a name.
How were you able to live such a full life, having no connection to your birth family for so long and feeling that's okay?
It literally was the most amazing opportunity that the Creator could ever give a child like me. You know, they didn't have a whole lot of money, they didn't have a whole lot of wealth, but they had a whole lot of love. And literally, they didn't parent me with the trajectory of, if you do it this way and you don't do it this way, I won't do this. They just did it with love, and I'm just so thankful, and I'm looking to give other children the opportunity to experience what I've experienced.
At number 2.
You need a fresh wind, the fragrance of heaven, pour your spirit out.
New music from Hillsong Worship, and it's already breaking records. It's a medley of Fresh Wind and What a Beautiful Name, and it's already seen more than 8.2 million streams.
For hearts that burn with holy feet, purified in faith and deed, refiner's fire, strength in what we made.
And welcome back. With that, we have just one more story to share in this week's countdown. We'll get to it in just a little bit. For our next guest, though, the road to national recording artist hasn't been quite predictable. We're sitting down with Anna Golden. Here's a sample of her new project, Peace, the album.
You can make me doubt him, would've never made it this far without him. You can make
And that is the sound of Anna Golden, a golden voice indeed. And we are pleased to say that she joins us right now here in Studio 5. So good to have you. Let me begin by saying congratulations on the release of the album. How you feeling?
I am feeling so good. Thank you so much. Such an honor to be here. It's so exciting. We've worked on this project for a long time, so it's just so great to finally release it and see the response. It's been amazing.
Tell me about this project, Peace the Album. Why that title, and what message are you sharing here?
You know, when I first started writing for this, a lot of people thought I wrote it for the pandemic or during the pandemic, which was actually the title track I wrote a few years ago when I quite literally had, you know, a bit of a mental break. And I think that I just really felt the Lord wanted me to just bring awareness to a lot of just mental health issues and just to show that you're not alone and that peace is not this situational thing, it's a promise.
Can finally breathe again.
I feel like it's a mix of live worship as well as recorded. Am I correct there? Tell me about that blend.
Yes, so the record is two sides, A and B side, like when you used to get records or mixtapes or things like that. There's multiple sides. I kind of wanted to play up that mixtape aspect. Personally, I love to listen to all kinds of music. I love worship music, and I love music that I can just drive around to or get ready with. And I wanted this album to reflect what your playlist would look like.
I love it. Do you have a favorite track on it? I know it's probably hard for someone like yourself. I hear it all the time. So I'll say this. What's your favorite track today?
Today, you know what? It's probably Peace, the live version off the record. We did a reprise. So that single came out actually at the beginning of the pandemic last year, and we got a chance to do it live for the A side of the record, and we just got a chance to flow with it and just sing songs of the Lord, and that has been so healing. And just to hear like all the testimonies coming from that, it's just really beautiful, and it impacts me still today.
And I found peace in the chaos. I found peace in suffering.
As humans, we were created and designed to worship, obviously to give that worship to the Lord, but when it's misdirected and it's directed towards you, it can crush you really as a person. And I just loved worship, and I always came back to that because it was just truly, it didn't rise and fall on me. It was all just reflected back to the glory of God. So that's just, I always felt so much more peace and so settled.
There is a time for breakthrough and time to rest and wait. But it's always time for Jesus. Ooh, the name above all names.
Your project, this whole entire process had to have been extremely difficult and unique considering all that our world is going through as you are trying to put this all together. What's that been like? I'm talking racial unrest, political unrest, the pandemic. I mean, all of this going on while you're working on this.
For all the different things going on, I think that just put on our hearts so strongly how much this was needed. I think, like, no, we have to keep fighting for this. We have to keep pushing for this because I do believe that there is so much healing that is just weaved into this record. So I think that it was needed.
I agree. Anna Golden, thank you so much. Again, the project is called Peace the Album. It's available right now, the A and the B side. Very well worth it. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless. See ya.
All right, now it's time for this week's Studio 5 Snapshot. Here is your story in pictures.
This is a first. Just as summer heats up, London opens the world's first floating swimming pool. The 82-foot swimming pool is suspended 115 feet above the street, and it stretches between the 10 floors of 2 apartment buildings. In case you want to see it in person, it's in the Ninth Elms neighborhood in southwest London. And it's this week's Studio 5 Snapshot. Coming up next in Studio 5.
This horse got a lot of spirit.
You do have a lot of spirit.
We're sampling Spirit Untamed.
What about you personally connects you most to the character you play?
Through the eyes of its young stars.
How would you say our passion for what we love to do?
Just as the animated film hits theaters.
Just take it slow. Horses can feel what you feel. It's in your heart to run free.
Remember for a moment what it was like to be a child. You believed every story you were told. You saw a world full of endless possibilities. What stories will the world's orphaned and at-risk children believe? We believe the Bible tells the only story truly worth believing. We believe that every child should have the opportunity to dream, the chance to take challenges and turn them into possibilities, the chance to stand on the promises of God, to recognize their place in the greatest story ever told. They have their whole lives ahead of them. Theirs is a world of endless possibilities. They are looking for a story to believe. We will tell them that story. Will you join us?
You're back with us in Studio 5. Thank you so much for sticking around. A girl named Lucky has her life changed forever when she moves from her home in the city to a small town and she befriends a wild Mustang named Spirit. The film is called Spirit Untamed, and we've got a Studio 5 first look with the cast and the film's director.
They say my mother was one of the greatest to ever ride.
Stay wild, mi querida Fortuna.
And even though she's been gone since I was a baby,
No!
there are still moments where I can feel her spirit.
What's your connection to horse riding before this?
I've been riding horses and working with them since I was 8 or 9 years old. That experience throughout my life has taught me so much and, you know, given me a very particular type of confidence to be sitting in this chair here today, wrestling my own 1,200-pound feature film, so to speak.
Welcome to Miradero. And Cora, did you ever see my mom perform?
Oh, yes.
She was a legend. Fortuna? Hola. You look just like your mother.
Here I am up to the challenge of directing my very first feature film and learning what that's all about. Months into the process, we were all sent home to our living rooms to figure out, okay, how do we make a movie from home together but apart? So it definitely wasn't a normal process, but we all went through some challenges together and are closer for it.
Whoa, horses can do that? Is that barn okay?
This horse got a lot of spirit.
You do have a lot of spirit.
What about you personally connects you most to the character you play?
How would you say our passion for what we love to do? We take pride in that. We're confident in what we do, and I feel like that's something that can resonate with crew with a lot.
You must be Lucky Prescott. I like your dress. Oh, and your shoes. I didn't know shoes could be cute.
She's just so positive, and I love her positivity. I personally always try to stay on the positive side.
Let's go, girl. Good thing her name's Lucky.
You naturally have a real connection with this horse, your character. It seems to unlock something in her. What was your connection to horses before this?
Pretty chill. I like it. You ever look one in the eyes? It's like a whole universe in there. They're really majestic, and I think they're also very kind and gentle giants.
You stay away from that horse.
Dad, it's not his fault.
I'm trying to keep you safe.
He said, let's get out of this town. Just take it slow. Horses can feel what you feel.
I'm a father of a daughter who's 13, and I love the friendship that exists between the three girls. Tell me your thoughts on that squad, if you will, and if you have one of your own.
Let's round up that herd, boys.
We need to get Spirit back to his family. This is a terrible idea.
Sign me up.
I love their friendship between each other because it shows exactly what a healthy, good friend group should be. And they just have such a nice, healthy, random friendship that came out of the blue, which I think is really great for young girls to see exactly how they should treat each other and how they should just be there for each other and how they should have somebody that's there for them.
Friendship is a very big thing to me as well, because both of my best friends, they're not in the industry at all. They kind of don't, not in a bad way, but they don't really care if I ever did anything like this, but they just like me for me. When you find people that support you and love you for just who you are, it's very rare.
Stay wild, mi querida Fortuna.
Trust me.
Tell me, what do you think it is about human beings and horses? It seems there's a special connection.
You're required to come down and be calm and be still and communicate with a being that doesn't speak your language. And that itself translates to so many things in life. Being able to have an entire conversation and work with somebody without being able to speak is the benefits of that are endless.
We'll need the strength of 1,000 marshmallows.
It's magical.
Spirit Untamed is in a theater near you this weekend. Well, we have made it to the final story in this week's countdown of the best in uplifting entertainment. Let's see what is finishing on top this week.
At number 1.
As soon as you move down, we can start.
It's a Studio 5 first look at Summer of Soul, a documentary that's part music film and part historical record. A 1969 celebration of Black history, culture, and fashion, shot with 5 cameras over the course of 6 weeks in a summer. But the video hasn't been seen until now.
You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised. The revolution will be no rerun, brothers. The revolution will be live.
Music man Questlove directs the film, which includes performances from Stevie Wonder, Mahalia Jackson, Gladys Knight, and more. You can see it July 2nd. Just moments away.
I feel hope rising in this room. The kind of faith that makes the mountains move.
A powerful voice and personal friend help us see more of the A and B side of Anna Golden. Please stick around for this.
Are you suffering from feeling tired or worn out during the day? Can you not turn off your brain at night? You are not alone. Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Bruce, the Sleep Doctor, and I've partnered with the Christian Broadcasting Network, and we're gonna bring you some unbelievable information that you can use tonight to get a better night's rest.
Wake up to your best life. Call 1-800-700-7000 or go to cbn.com to get your free copy of Protect Your Sleep today.
Nutrition, exercise, essential oils, weight loss, and more. It's Healthy Living with Lori Johnson.
Talk about what's in this.
Join CBN health reporter Lori Johnson to get the latest information from today's top health experts.
This is fantastic.
Find out what you need to know to live a healthier life. Watch Healthy Living, Tuesday night at 8:30 on the CBN News Channel.
Woohoo! Hi, Superbook fans. Here's something else you'll love. It's the new Superbook Bible app. It's packed with games, activities, and Superbook episodes that you can watch for free. Oh no! There's trivia, a fun daily devotional, and answers to your Bible questions. Plus, an easy-to-understand Bible the whole family will enjoy. You can even create your own Superbook character. Ta-da! Whoa!
Millsburg Falls man coming.
Sorry, pardon me. Sorry, excuse me. Ouch!
Are you getting this?
Earn super points to win daily prizes too, and so much more. Time to get back to my adventures. See you soon. It's the new Superbook Bible app. free downloads on iTunes, Google Play, and Amazon.
And welcome back to Studio 5. It is probably no surprise this week's soundtrack is Anna Golden. Take a look and hear why she and Tasha Cobbs Leonard are playing in my ear with the single Rushing In. On that musical note, we are almost out of time for this edition of Studio 5. So let's take a quick moment to look ahead and see what's coming up next week.
The thing about football is it teaches teamwork and discipline, and those are key elements to survival. The way I see it, you can either work the field or play the field. Hell, sounds good to me. I'm in. Might as well.
It's a football story like you've never seen before.
Ready, set, play!
This is going to be even more work than you imagine.
Actor Martin Sheen is here to give us an inside look at the bestseller and real-life story making its way to the big screen, 12 Mighty Orphans.
Today we're going up against a team that's won 2 state championships.
Stay down in the dirt where you belong, loser orphan.
That's a funny formation.
And we pray you'll join us next week for that and so much more. We've been enjoying our time with Anna Golden this week, so we want to return to her for a final word.
Anytime I get a chance to speak to youth or anything like that, I'm like, just relax. Everything doesn't have to be solved right now, and nothing is the end of the world. Settle in, and truly, like, the peace of God is such a power, like, it's superpower that we have, that we just can, like, in any situation, we can just be grounded in that. Like, what a gift. That, like, no matter what happens, we can just be rested in the fact that, like, oh no, he's still God, he's still good. It's gonna work out.
Anna Golden, thank you. That is a great final word for this edition of Studio 5 and this week's look at uplifting entertainment. Until next time, make time to uplift someone around you, and then please come on back and see where Studio 5 takes you next week. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching.